Hi there, I'm Peter Sawkins. I'm a Great British Bake Off winner and also, most importantly, today, a National Numeracy ambassador. And today, I'm having a big number natter with Emma from the most amazing ice cream shop, Moopai, in Edinburgh. I'm very, very lucky because this ice cream shop is only 3 minutes away from my office, which is the most dangerous thing in the world, especially as we're going into summer, but also the most amazing thing. So, Emma, thanks so much for joining us for a big number natter today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
So first thing to jump into this is this big number natter is all about having a conversation about numbers and seeing how different people feel about it, how they use them in their daily lives. I don't know, the first question, do you think about having a relationship with numbers? Do you think you have one?
I think I do have a relationship with numbers. I probably think about it more in terms of, when you're at school, and I feel like a lot of the time you're kind of chatting about whether or not you're more into like maths or English. So I guess I kind of think about it in terms of that. And I was always really into maths. So yeah, I guess I do kind of think about it.
So now, I suppose, can you tell us a bit about your business? So you're a business owner here in Edinburgh, one of my favorite places to come along to grab a scoop on a nice, normally a rainy Friday afternoon, to be completely honest, instead of a sunny one. But yeah, where did Moopai start, and how did you get involved in that?
I just wanted to do it. I didn't really have that much business sense, and so I just went for it.
I suppose then, if you didn't think you had, you must have had good natural instincts in business to make it to this point and move through and have your shop, which is, seemingly busier and busier all the time and doing really well. Do you think that kind of basis, starting a business, you have to deal with rent and taxes and overheads and salaries and all that stuff? Do you think being comfortable with numbers was useful in actually just getting past those first hurdles of starting up and running the business from the financial and administrative side of things?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's very, very important. I think I didn't have as much of a handle when I first opened my business on numbers, but it's definitely something that as I've gone on year by year, I've realized how important it is to be on top of your numbers and be looking at your margins and costings and this kind of thing. So it's like the most important thing, I think, for our business.
How long that sort of process of getting better at it? Because I think that's part of the thing is, you don't start great at everything, and that's the piece with numbers and with natural numeracy, and it's the fact that you can develop the skill and you can build it. Did it take a bit of time to get used to that and sort of find your feet in this space?
Yeah, I think so, yes. Like, I think I felt like I was on top of it, so I felt like it was something that I knew and understood, but it's quite nuanced, I feel like, and it's really looking at down to the percentage, or like, even less than a percentage sometimes. So you really have to be on top of it. And I think, honestly, it took years. I'm not going to lie. It took years.
Do you feel you're at the point now where you're all on top of it and in control?
I would say I feel a lot more confident now. Yeah. Yes, I do. Yeah.
Gelato ice cream, do you think numbers factors into the recipe writing and the making of it? Where do they impact and where do they hit within the actual art of the gelato?
So they're actually like very, very, very important. So in terms of ice cream, you have percentage of sugar, percentage of fat, percentage of water. And in an ideal world, all of your recipes are going to be exactly the same, because if something's higher in sugar, it'll be softer. Maybe it'll melt a little bit quicker. And things like if it's higher in water, there's an increased risk of developing ice crystals. So it's really, really, really important that, you find the recipe that works, and all your recipes, all your flavors are kind of within these margins and these percentages for sugar, fat, water. So it's really, really, really important. Otherwise, you'll have either soup or something that you can't scoop.
And with having these margins and these bounds within which you make your recipes, you've got an ice cream spreadsheet, don't you?
Yeah,
and you've got,
yeah.
You've got a spreadsheet which you add numbers into, and it tells you what's going to be the end result. Tell me a bit about that, because that's my dream, an ice cream spreadsheet.
Yeah, I mean, it's very, very handy. So basically, you put in all your ingredients, and basically, it'll just calculate for you the fat, the sugar, the water, and like your protein level. So you just know that you're definitely, you're not gonna end up with soup at the end of the day. We try and create a lot of recipes that are unique, and so it's really handy for that, that we can also add in our own products and just put in the percentage of fat, sugar, fiber within that product, and then it'll calculate it all at the end. So we know that we're keeping in the right percentages.
As much as you can stick to ratios and stick to sort of the evidence base for creating recipes and tests, there are still things that are going to change ever so slightly that you couldn't quite predict. And you need to be flexible with that, and you need to sort of, so I think the numbers are such a useful tool to have to give you that starting point, but then, it's all about what's the end flavor, what's the end result, and you've got to just use your own personal instinct to kind of change that and mix and match and just tune it in right at the end there. I mean, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me, Emma. It's been great to chat and share, and I think this is part of what we try and do here. It's just, it feels like we've hardly talked about numbers and stuff, but it just kind of, to see where it links into the business side of things, see where it links into a different kind of creative industry. It's been great. I've enjoyed doing these number natters over the years, because I chatted to an athlete last year and how it impacts on training and competitions and stuff, and I've spoken to people from Bake Off and the show, and it's great to speak to you as someone who's working in business and running your own business, but also a sort of different field of cooking and baking. So it's really great to hear kind of where it all lines up. And yeah, we really, really appreciate your time and coming along. And I think a bit of a call to action to anyone watching: if you're in Edinburgh, get yourself down to St. Mary Street and try out some scoops from Move Pie, because they are absolutely incredible. The 99 is my number one choice, so I highly recommend that one. But yeah, no, huge thanks, Emma. Thanks so much for coming on.
No, thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. Thank you.
So if any of the themes that we discussed today resonated with you, or if you'd like any further information on building your own number confidence and improving your numeracy skills, search National Numeracy Day online, or use the hashtag National Numeracy Day on social media.